There we go. All right, we are live.
Hello. Welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 516. I'm Otto. Tonight I'm joined with Jared.
What's up, folks?
And there's the Conspiracy Christmas.
What's up? Good evening, gentlemen. We got a lot to cover.
And ladies. Well, not here, but in all.
And this is insensitive, but Dixie based. That's James Babb.
Yeah, glad to be here, broadcasting live from the Deep South.
Nice.
Deep South.
Wow.
Oh boy, it's where the R's are very hard, I guess.
With a
So where are you, Babs? You were hinting at it before we went live.
I am currently at a brewery, camped out on somewhere near the North Carolina, South Carolina border area. I'm listening. I can hear in the distance some like drunk rednecks doing karaoke at like stadium PA system level, like volume. It's a great spot. So, but you can camp in their parking lot. So here we are.
That's cool.
nice.
Where are you traveling? Just a little getaway weekend.
Well, the last show we did, I was on the boat. And I know that was tough for the bandwidth, and I apologize for that. But anyway, we were after the boat ride, we were like just kicking around Florida, and now we're headed back to Pennsylvania.
Nice, just making your way up the coast.
I'll be like driving past Baltimore and like rolling up my windows and like hoping I don't smell it as I go by.
Keep the doors locked. Keep one in the chamber.
Yeah, definitely. Keep your
ready
doors
to
locked.
go.
Watch out for them. The squeegee kids are out. Even when it's raining, they're still out. So
Yeah, you witnessed that, didn't you?
They're not deterred by windshield wipers.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Oh my God.
True story.
Oh man, yeah, it's getting goofy, man. Like, I woke up. Was that Wednesday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I wake up for work. It's about like 5:30 in the morning, and then it's about 6 o'clock. And I'm about to head out the door, and I hear sirens in the background. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, maybe it's like a block away. There's like a main avenue, and then I hear some more sirens. I'm like, all right, what the fuck? And I come out on my deck, go out the back door. And there are about 3 or 4 cop SUVs at the end of the alleyway. So I go down, open the gate, and I've got like a privacy fence, but it's like a row home. So it's like got to go back to the alleyway to get to my parking pad, warm up the truck. 3 more cops pull up, blocking the entire alleyway.
Oh,
so
shit.
now I'm like, I guess I'm going to have to wait. And they got out and were running down to the other end of the block. And I'm like, all right. And there was about 4 or 5 police cruisers. I guess maybe I could have checked if they just left them unlocked. I don't know.
I was gonna say you could have just moved them yourself.
Probably could have just moved them.
Yeah.
But
Check them for illegal weapons and drugs, and
Right.
confiscate anything that you find.
so I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So then my next door neighbor comes out back, and he said, yeah, apparently I guess there was a carjacking and there was a police pursuit, and it ended. I guess they thought it was a good idea to go down my alleyway, and but they were blocking it. The cops blocked the other end, so they tried to throw it in reverse and wrecked one of my neighbor's cars and hit their garage, hit a couple cars.
Ooh.
And my neighbor said, yeah, they apprehended someone. They already got him cuffed and they got him questioned. They're questioning like a couple of them. So the cops came back, and I broke your rule, Babs. Broke the rule.
Talk to him.
You didn't talk to them. You said he went that way. He went that way.
I didn't see shit. Like I just came out to like, what the fuck is going on out here? And I was talking to my neighbor. My neighbor was out back with me at my parking pad by the alleyway, and the cops were like, yeah, was this damage on your truck? And they're like, if you could look at this. And I just looked at it. I said, no, that's been there. And so they're like, oh, okay. And then the other cop was like, hey, if we could back up here, he's trying to get to work. So very minimal interaction with him, but
Wow, that's
risky.
fine.
But I'm glad no dogs were
Risky.
hurt in the encounter.
yeah, no dogs.
As long as you didn't help them.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
as long
it
as
was
you don't
already
help them, then
whatever
you're
happened
fine.
happened.
Yeah.
But I guess they were trying to like, well, how many cars were
Like when the U.S.
property
Marshals
damage?
showed up at my door, I didn't really help them. I did talk to them, but I didn't help them. So
Yeah, but it was. I was like, what the? I mean, I was like about. I mean, I wasn't. It was about all in all, it was about 10 minutes. It delayed me 10 minutes to get to work, but you know, it is what it is.
Why did
But-
U.S. Marshals show up at your house, Jared?
they
For the
thought my
show.
neighbor. They
Oh,
thought my
because of
neighbor
the
was
show.
like, "What? Yeah, I wish. I wish I was that cool." But no, they thought my neighbor was like harboring a rapist or something. So
Yeah,
Was
that's right,
he?
I forgot about that.
I don't think so. At least he wasn't there anymore. If he was,
Dude, that was
It seems
insane.
weird
You
that they
had,
would be. It seems weird that they would be pursuing an actual criminal.
I know
right.
it was shocking, but
Yeah.
now those people are gone. So I guess no more marshals will be showing
Oh,
up in my
okay.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's
What
good.
are your neighbors like now?
There's no one
Not
there right
rapists.
now.
Oh,
There's no one there, but
squat at
somehow
Jared's
these
neighbor's house.
were like the loudest, most annoying neighbors. They had just like 2 dogs that would just, or 3 dogs that would just bark all the time. Their kids were just loud as shit, just like screaming all day that they were there. They finally move out, and then I'm hearing, it's empty right now. I'm hearing these beeps. I'm like, where the fuck are these beeps coming from? They're not coming from my house. I go outside. Their fucking smoke alarm is beeping because it's low on battery.
Oh man.
And I'm like, even these people don't even live here anymore, and they're still bothering the shit out of me. What the fuck, dude?
There's
Oh
the-
man.
So I gotta talk to. I think the actual owner's like moving shit out of there still. I gotta talk to him and tell him to fucking fix that shit.
Yeah, it'd be like one of your neighbors could go psycho and just burn the place down, like just to shut it up. Like,
I mean, honestly, I wish someone would, because I'd like to have no neighbor there. It'd be nice.
I told you the story, guys. When I first moved into my house, it was like a shitty flip right at the height of the housing crisis, or right at the like about a month or two before the bubble burst. I bought this house. It was a shitty flip, and I like for the longest time, like about the first couple months, I heard this low chirp, and I was like, "Where the fuck is that coming from? Where the fuck's that coming from?" And looked all over, checked all the smoke alarms. I'm like, "Where's that coming from?" But it was coming from the. I was looking all over for it. I'm like, whatever. It's coming from like the back of the house. I'm in, my bedroom's in the front. No big deal, dude. It went on for months, but I mean, it didn't bother me. I was never really at the house. Long story short, I had a roommate, and then he's like, dude, where the fuck's that chirping coming from? So we were like hunting it down, dude. The fucking contractors drywalled in an old smoke alarm and left the battery in it.
Wow.
Dude, it was like,
What?
dude,
That's insane.
The way, because it's an old row home, so they to do the ductwork for central AC. They did this drywall job, but on the original wall where they like boxed out, like literally right behind me where the Ron Paul sign is, that's where the air conditioning duct is. But on the original wall was a smoke detector, and they just fucking left it there and drywalled the shit in with a battery.
that is epic. That is like epic lazy.
So you just had to like fucking just smash it and get it
Yeah,
out.
just like because we were like listening, and we're like, it's behind the fucking wall. It's behind the wall. We just punched through it with like a drywall knife, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? And on the wall was the fucking smoke detector with a battery in it. Yeah,
Damn.
Those things will beep for 2 months. I figured
was like-
eventually they would just die.
dude, it was like a
Jeez.
good couple months.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude. Well, hopefully somebody fucking addresses the one coming out of this house, because
I can't believe you could hear that from your house. Like that's what's weird.
I think they might have a window open or something. Like the people are gone, and like I guess the people that own it, they keep coming by to like empty shit out of there, because I don't know if they left pretty suddenly, which seems to be what happens with that fucking house.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully, yeah, they must have left a window open or something. Maybe they'll shut it. I don't know. But
That's frustrating.
or I'll just have to investigate myself. But dude, I can't imagine trying to track down a fucking. It's hard enough to track down a chirping fire alarm, like that's not encased in your wall. You know, it's like they're kind of like deceptive. Like it's like, oh, it's kind of echoing here, and it's like, where's this fucking coming from? You got to like go stand up stairs and wait a minute. You're like, all right, it's not up there. But I can't imagine trying to fucking track it down when it's inside your wall.
Well, like we were doing it. I had a
fucking
roommate
wall.
for a couple months, and like when he first week or two, he's like, "Dude, we got to find this. It's coming from somewhere back here." And we just waited patiently. Like, it's in that wall. It's like right back there where the Ron Paul side is. We like punched through it. Lo and behold, yep. Fucking wild.
Good
It was
Lord.
Ron.
But anyway, man, lot we missed out on. We took a Thursday off, and holy shit, what isn't
world
going
fell
on,
apart.
guys? What isn't going on? So we're on
Well-
the eve of a shutdown, right?
Yeah, apparently that's the latest.
They always taunt us, and they never comes through. You know, it's like how many times are we going to be like taunted with, "Oh, we're going to shut down the government," and it was like, "Oh my God, but they might do it. Oh, I hope they do it. Please do it," and they never do it.
And even when they do, like, it's not real. That's not a real shutdown. Like,
Yeah,
not
it's
talking
like,
anything-
Oh,
any
we give
magnitude.
all the government employees get like a free vacation
All right, and
that they're
like,
going to get paid
They
for when they
always
get
get
back.
full paid later. They
Yeah.
always get full
Right.
paid later.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get
And
the
then
back pay.
suddenly checks to Israel, they're fine. But
Oh,
somehow
yeah.
the National Park Service has to close a parking lot because of it. You know, like
make that make sense.
Sorry, kids, the park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
yeah.
Man. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I know.
maybe it'll happen. I mean, it's chaos. It's chaos season. There's a lot going on. So.
I hope they just spend as much as they can get away with. I mean, they're gonna do it anyway. Just freaking remember, there's no brake pedal on this thing. Let's just stomp the gas and see where it goes.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I know this might go into sports ball talk. I don't know if you guys are ready. If we're prepared for that, maybe we might have like
sports ball.
a special intro to play for that. There we go. I love that. Yeah,
Really
but,
gets me fired up.
So the ominous bill, or whatever that they were going to pass, the legislator finally, like, Washington's trying to get back into RFK Stadium. They're trying to rebuild the new stadium there for the football team, and they've been trying at this for like, decades, trying to get this land back. So essentially, they finally
back.
had it. Finally passed. It finally passed. They attached it to the ominous bill of just the city gets the land back from the federal government. And that's it. There was no money. Well, Elon Musk retweeted some guy who said they're giving $3 billion to the Washington Commanders for a new stadium, and Elon Musk retweeted it, and like everyone freaked out. And then the tweet got corrected and said, "Oh, well, there's no money exchange. It just gives the land back to DC, but the damage is already done, so they took it out of the omnibus bill."
Oh no.
So now DC again. So now all DC sports fans are all pissed off because they're like,
Good.
we were this.
You know what?
close.
When they change the name back to Redskins, maybe I'll start rooting for them again. Okay, but
point.
I'm sorry
Fair
that
point.
the DC commies. No, I'm just not on board with that.
Sports ball
Yeah,
team.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
So the poor people of DC, let's face it, they are the cucks of the country, aren't they? Like they're subjected to all the laws, and they don't even get to pretend to vote. Like they don't even get to do like the ritual and act like they have any say over what their rulers are doing to them. They just have to take it.
Yeah, but they get
That's
first
like
crack. Yeah, but they all get first crack at the money printer.
Yeah, exactly.
They are
Jamie,
all
that's the
they're
thing.
in close proximity to the flow. That is
Yeah.
that is true.
To the
You
fiat.
forget-
I don't
flow.
feel bad for them at all.
A large contingent of DC is people that are come from other parts of the country there to get money from government. So it's
See,
like
but I
that's
thought they all
living
live in like
there.
I thought they all live in like Bethesda
the
and
rich ones
Arlington and
but nah.
Manassas. You know, like
Manassas. No. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
get
yeah,
your
okay,
point.
fair.
They
But
work
some of
on
them
their
live,
machinery.
some of
A
them
lot
live
of
in
warlords.
some of them live in DC.
Yeah, most of them. I would
In
say
the
that- I wouldn't say most,
brownstones.
but there's a lot that do, and it's just like the people and the other people who in DC don't like pay taxes. I think it's like only like 6% of DC pays taxes. Like taxes.
well,
for
that's
the whole-
respectable. Well, that's because everybody's so poor.
That's pretty based.
right? Something
Yeah, how
like
many people in Baltimore pay taxes? I'd be curious.
that.
Probably just me.
Yeah.
Right.
They should, you know,
Or just us white
Me,
property
the
owners.
actual anarchist, is the only one that actually pays taxes.
Yeah.
cities and states should start like publicizing that, like bragging. You know what I mean? Like New Hampshire, we only pay 3% of our tax. You know, like only 3% of us are getting raped. You know, just brag about it. Make it something that people are tracking and proud of, that they're not participating.
Speaking of based, and this is kind of still in the sports ball realm. Otto, do you know, or Jared, what Aaron Rodgers? I know he was responding to Ryan Clark, that one ESPN analysis, and he like directed it directly towards him. But this was a pretty base clapback by Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show. I don't know if you want to pull that up. Should we drop so a little more sports ball, and then we'll move on off of sports ball. But this was pretty based. Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know what exactly Ryan Clark, who's this ESPN analyst, said, but this is pretty based.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh shit!
I just got a PSA. Just
okay.
quick PSA.
All right.
Quick PSA reminder.
Started with 12, count down to 1.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get there.
12, got down to 1.
That's how you crown CFP National Champion. Is that the PSA? That's a good PSA. It's a catchy jingle.
PSA is this. I know I got to say this multiple times for people because they don't listen, but say whatever the fuck you want about me. I don't care. But just before you do it, whether you state your name, your accolades, pronouns, whatever it is, just state your vax status so that anything you say afterwards gets put in the right light. Just get it out there. Because then when you say things about me, people can at least be like, oh, you are captured by the multi-billion-dollar propagandist psyop, and you're still upset about it.
This will help things out.
Yeah, this is good. This will settle it all down. I appreciate that. And
hey, you know what I mean? Just put that in just so everybody knows where you're coming from. Everybody knows, okay, cool. You're twice vaxxed Moderna with 3 booster shots. And then boom, boom, boom. Say what you want to say. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying a PSA. Just please help everybody out who's wondering, where is this coming from? Including myself. What the fuck is this coming from? But just give it a little PSA. You do a little bit of digging, then you know where it's all coming from, right? You're captured, you're highly vaccinated, and then say whatever the hell you want to say about me, because I couldn't give 2 shits about it. All I care about is that you put that little disclaimer out there. Just like it's in the bottom for me, that I'm a champ, MVP, and I am enthusiastic about ayahuasca. Just put, instead of your accolades that you need to have out there so desperately, just put your vax status as well, because you cared so much about it, during the COVID years.
all right.
So just put it out there on your bio when you're about on your shows or whatever. You don't just need a brooch with your initials.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Put your vax status on there too.
Okay. All right.
Brutal.
Yeah, I think they were something like, I think some videos were released of him, like when he went to South America and
oh my god,
doing ayahuasca. And then of course, like now that RFK is being, you can see all the propagandists, all the COVID propagandists are coming out now.
Oh, they're big bad.
They're back. Like, so all the bullshit they were running with in 2021, 2022, it's all coming back because they're just trotting out on all the mainstream medias that are just pumped up by big pharma are just coming out running the same reruns. So I think this was kind of a combination of just Aaron Rodgers just clapping back. So yeah, it was pretty based.
But doesn't SC Johnson, makers of the vaccine, also, aren't they the ones who own the jets who technically pay him?
That's a good point. I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's always the clapback I've been hearing against Aaron Rodgers. Like, you're such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit, but whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, I guess
it's not like he works for the post office or anything.
Yeah,
wait, what?
That? No one would do that.
Yeah.
Wait, why is he a hypocrite?
Did you not just hear what I said?
Because the owner of the Jets apparently is involved.
I thought it was the SC Johnson family, the one makers of the.
Well, let's look it up. Let's go to the docs.
Johnson
Owners of the
Yeah,
Jets.
Listen. Like, you guys aren't invested heavily in pharmaceutical companies, like we all are, right? Right?
I'm invested in every
Right.
American company. I have the total
S&P
stock.
500?
Yeah, well, actually, the total market fund, but basically,
Yeah. So
Um,
you're,
oh,
that's
yeah, you're
literally
right.
genocide. Jared is literally committing genocide.
yep.
Robert Wood Johnson, born, is an American businessman who's co-owner of the New York Jets and was formerly the United States ambassador to the United Kingdom from 2017 to 2021. He is the great grandson of Robert Wood Johnson and the heir to Johnson & Johnson pharmaceutical fortune. So yeah, but I mean, I guess if anything,
I mean, whatever. I don't care.
that
But
I guess it's not mRNA based, which is, but whatever. It's still part of the evil empire that is the big pharma that RFK is going to dismantle. But we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna get the right people in there, and they're gonna make government regulation great again. It's gonna be. I can't wait.
Well-
Yeah, I need RFK to tell me how to be healthy. I was looking for a government leader
he is-
to tell me how to be
I mean,
healthy.
he is kind of jacked. I mean, for a guy his age, I mean, he looks pretty healthy.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't know, I mean,
TRT is pretty helpful in that regard.
Yeah. And he was frying that.
testosterone replacement
He's on the Joe
therapy.
Rogan supplements.
Yeah,
Is he taking testosterone therapy? You think?
yeah. He's
Dude,
taking
you
those
have
Alex
to.
Jones pills. He's taking
It's
those
liter-
Alex Jones like.
It's not possible to look like that without TRT at that age.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking
at me.
TRT.
I mean, come on. I mean, I'm pretty close. You know, I mean,
Babs is
okay,
pretty
not that
jacked.
close. Not that close. Not really.
I mean, I'm not against using TRT. Just let's be honest, what's going on here?
maybe.
You know what? There's
I don't
all kinds of people taking different hormones for different reasons, and it's none of my
Yeah.
business.
Nope.
Sure. Especially
Whoever
if
he
it's
want,
children.
you can be anything you want to be these days. Just get there's a hormone to help you get there.
Hormones for everybody.
All right, hormones for all. Dude, what the fuck, man? Well, that was fun. So what? What else we got on the docket? Man, there's so many things happen. I don't know. Every
Well,
time
Our special.
Where's our guest?
yeah,
yeah,
where's
in
our
here. We need
special
our
guest?
boots on the ground here.
I don't know. Did you check the waiting room?
Let's
I
see.
don't know.
We
In
can
the
see the
waiting
waiting room from here.
Nobody in the waiting room.
Well, he's a
Babs thinks there's like a whole other window that's like the waiting room.
Yeah.
Like
might be
drag him over.
he might be late
Yeah.
for Liberty.
It's fine.
So
It happens.
I guess we could talk briefly about it. I mean, it is a little old news, but it's still another psychological operation. The whole Luigi Mangione, who has ties to Maryland here, he's graduated from a prestigious school here. He's from here. His actual, what is it? His cousin is a state delegate in the.
Are you guys
Maryland
friends with them?
legislature.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No.
But
Yeah, his family owns like half of Maryland. His
Yeah.
family actually owns the wedding venue that I got married at.
Yeah.
they own like 2 country clubs, and they
Yeah.
own that.
So
that-
you're saying you're partially responsible for the death of that CEO.
Yeah,
possible.
I helped fund it.
He helped.
You helped fund it. Yeah, you helped fund who I hear he's been charged with terrorism. Did you
Yeah.
hear that? It's not just murder, but if he's rich enough, it's terrorism.
Dude, they're making him out to be like this saint, like the left is, and it's just like you're so full of shit. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Well-
like he murdered someone. He denied claims though. He denied claims. Okay, all right, sure. It's just
Here's
just
the-
annoying. It's just when you find yourself on the same side as like all the leftists out there, like reevaluate your opinion. There's advocating people are like, well, it's right. You know, we're frustrated with the system. So all right, so we just start executing people who, and let me guess, are they still denying claims right now? Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you
you know
what?
made them change the rule.
Sometimes
Okay.
you need to send a little message, though. I'm not saying I agree with the message, but a message has been sent. Okay.
Well, why do we only say? Why is no one calling for the assassination of Netanyahu? Why is no one calling for any of these other things? Why is
says
it
we're
only
not?
healthcare? Well, you are no. It's just it's left.
I mean, I'm sure if he was walking down Times Square without a bodyguard, I'm pretty sure he would get murked pretty quick.
I don't know. I'm
No,
just
of
saying,
course
like,
we don't condone that.
we hold to these different standards, and it's like these leftists come out of nowhere just saying, "Yeah, we're cool with assassinating people." Okay, so you're cool with killing Fauci then, right? You're cool with killing Obama and everything,
No,
right?
no,
You're
just
cool-
our guys.
Wait, they're the ones.
Oh, no,
remember
just
who?
our
who
our guy.
Yeah.
remember who imposed this health system on us? Obama,
Yeah.
etc.
Facts.
And
Exactly.
and so let's face it. If they don't like the way it's going, it's like, oh, you screwed up so bad that now you have to start shooting people. Okay, maybe reconsider how you got there.
Yeah, something seems.
Well, now
wrong.
it's turned into like, oh, like it's open season on just CEOs in general,
Right.
which is
Yeah,
it's like
apparently,
That's like French Revolution level shit. Like it can
Right.
go. This can definitely tip into a bloody historical period.
I mean, if we start seeing more of these, but I still think most people are too cowardly to actually be
think it's
doing this kind of shit.
I think it's an op. The other aspect too, and I called into Normie Talk Radio and dropped a couple. I called in on late night talk, Baltimore Talk Radio, because of course they're talking about this. I mean, I don't know if they are as much, but last week that was all they were talking about because of his ties to Maryland, and he comes from this prestigious family. I mean, they're multi like millionaires because they own. Here's the thing, and this is why I think it's kind of like an op. So apparently, they claim like he had back surgery and they denied his claim, but it's like, oh, but he was so healthy to carry, it's like, but you look at him like backpacking and hiking and the pictures of him, things are off. And there's a lot of like
MK Ultra.
Oh, totally. I think he's a total patsy. And I think there was multiple, like that jacket didn't match the unibrow, the
Oh,
photos.
come on. That was a low resolution camera. Come on.
But
man.
if you look at the backpack that he was wearing in the photo that they used to describe him, and then you look at the actual backpack and the jacket, it doesn't match. The colors are off.
So he
And
didn't
of the
switch- maybe he
shooter, the
switched?
body type is different. The other aspect too is the fact. Okay, so his family, understanding like what business they were in, they own healthcare. They own multiple healthcare facilities.
They didn't own multiple
retirement home.
healthcare. No, they
Lorient-
owned. Well,
Lorient Health is like basically it's elderly.
I know they
care
contributed.
facility.
They contributed to a lot of like they have like a wing in like Sinai Hospital or something like that.
Yeah, but but Lorient Health is their company, and Lorient is retirement communities. I know about this because I used to work for a company, and they were one of our big customers because we supplied like medical oxygen, and there's a bunch of them, and they have a very terrible, like an awful rating when it comes to healthcare facilities, like really bad.
They all have horrible ratings.
Oh, they do. I mean, God forbid, like when you go to nursing homes,
dude. Don't
like,
put me in a
God.
nursing home. Just put me out to pasture.
Dude, seriously, like my dad used to play piano at a lot of these facilities, and he was just like, "Yo, I'm glad he just died in his sleep and didn't ever have to enter into these places," because he was just like, "God, like these are, And you know what's really sad about it is like families that just like discard their family members, like go there, and it's like, ugh,
dude, maybe
so
that was
sad.
your dad. There was this old folks home I went into, and I walk in. And I'm in the lobby, and there's all these old people in their wheelchairs, and the woman they're celebrating this woman's like 100th birthday or something, and literally the guy's on the piano playing "Staying Alive" on the piano.
Yeah.
It was so fucking hilarious. I was like, no one else gets this, and it's great.
I don't know if we don't have to dwell on it, but the fact like he volunteered and he came from that background and his family owns that, and then like the Medicare and the whole and the whole like CEO, like there's
Tell me,
a
Alex,
lot
is there a conspiracy you don't believe in?
No, but I mean, I don't know.
How about the UFO? We got to find out this the next conspiracy.
Yeah, I think we got to let's bring our boots on the ground here, Dan.
Dan's with us. I don't know, Dan. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me too?
Yes.
Where are you
Yeah,
at?
You're a little quiet,
Dan
but
O'Neill.
could you crank it up a little, Dan?
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you out in a field with your telescope, your infrared? Are you panning the skies of New Jersey right now? What is going on out there? What are you seeing?
We had to bring in someone from New Jersey, and we couldn't think of anyone better from New Jersey than bring.
First of all,
Dan O'Neill. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you. I'm Dan O'Neill. I'm unvaccinated, so whatever I say from this point on, you can consider my testimony honest.
No, he's taking the Aaron Rodgers advice. We should switch all of ours to that.
Oh man, so Yeah, the drone conspiracy over here. I live right next to the military base, so you can go anywhere from Alex Jones all the way to there's nothing going on at all.
Wow.
So, yeah. So what do you guys think about it?
Oh, I have my thoughts.
Well, let's go
Who
around
wants
the
I don't know. This
horn.
all happened while I was out of town. Like I've been in, I was in California and then Arizona for the past week, so I kind of missed all this drone stuff. But I did see somebody took a picture of one in my neighborhood or a video of one in my neighborhood.
You got the docs, Jared?
Um,
We were looking at that.
Yeah,
You
maybe
posted
see
it
if
in
I
the
can pull it
chat.
up.
It was from an app, right? That like neighborhood.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
heard,
the
I
Ring
heard they're
app.
sniffing. I heard they're quote unquote sniffing for nuclear materials that they've lost. It's just I don't know if that's bogus or what, but who knows?
Sounds bogus.
Oh, so that's where you get into the whole Project Blue Beam, where they're going to fake a nuclear attack and get everyone all scared to do something here, right?
Well, I don't know if that's Project Bluebeam per se. I think that's just a false flag that they want to carry out. Maybe to blame Iran or a loose nuke from Ukraine that, who knows. But I did hear that, Babs, and I'm like, I don't know. Like some wing of the CIA, and these are, literally off the radar, off the books drones that are sniffing like radiation levels or look, up and down the East Coast, predominantly New York, New Jersey area, where they probably came in on a ship or something.
So now everyone, all right, play the video.
This was allegedly spotted in my neighborhood.
Look at this.
That's a helicopter.
I don't.
think that's a helicopter.
Again, everyone is now sending. Everyone who owns a drone is sending them up in the air to scare people. Like
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it
everywhere.
is. That's what
Like,
it is.
That's what this is.
That doesn't look like anything.
Yeah, right. Like it's not alien technology. It's nothing like everyone's just so fucking full of shit. This is just government. They are doing some type of secret test right now to gauge probably multiple factors, like can they find nuclear traces and stuff like that, and also how do people react to it. Like we're gonna gauge. We're gonna do this multifaceted test, and we're just gonna scare people and then pretend like there's nothing to see here. Move along. And it's just like, and then they're like, and then so the end of that press conference, the end of the press conference of that one dude from the White House saying, this just sheds light on the fact that we need stronger response laws to drones and legislation for regulating drone usage.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there
Obviously,
it
more
is,
control
right there.
and power is the answer.
Right.
I think whatever the
Exactly.
problem is, let's just go for that.
Well,
This is just secret
they just-
government drones, new technology. That's all this is.
they just banned drones basically over New Jersey, right? Or at least like a few locations.
did?
You know about this, Dan?
Yeah, I believe they just some sort of emergency order a few hours ago. They
Wow.
banned drones, but
Breaking news.
You heard it here first.
well,
I
you
literally
guys
did.
hear Jeff Van Drew said it might be an Iranian drone mothership.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, wasn't that
Of course,
douchebag
Iranians-
congressman from New Jersey? And he's like talking like,
This is all the Trumpers are saying now.
the mothership.
Iranian mothership.
It's the
Yeah.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Neocons will say
know.
everything. Like, come on now. Like, okay, so so it's Iran and the aliens from Independence Day are the ones with motherships, apparently. Like, that's
Yeah.
Where's the mothership? Like over the Atlantic somewhere?
Yeah.
somewhere
And
in the
like-
Atlantic. Like they're not.
And like all the carriers out there are like can't detect them.
Right, like it's 1940s U-boat warfare. Like there's a mothership lurking off the coast. Like, come on, it's so fucking dumb. People are just, and the people buy into this shit. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like I mean,
It's a
I can't even
psychological
get over-
operation.
Yeah, that's all this is. It's just gauging our responses. And you know what? I'm so glad there's so much fucking apathy. People are like, yeah, I don't care. I don't believe you. Like even normies are like, yeah, until I see an alien walking around, I don't care. I don't believe you.
Right.
I
This
feel
one
like
of
that's the mass. That's like the great responses I've
That's
been
how I
seeing
feel.
from a lot of people who are just apathetic about this, which is great because there are some, of course, the normies going, "What's that noise? What's that overhead?" And like you're going to the
Yeah.
next door app or whatever, or, posting all this shit.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't that, it would be about
It's like-
helicopters.
If it wasn't that, it would be the fireworks or gunshots. And
Right.
Did you guys just hear that?
Yeah.
That was somebody like shooting their machine gun.
Smoke coming off across the street. Where's something on fire? But yeah, Dan, so you're in the hotbed. Have you seen any of these said drones?
Well, just for the sake of this show, I'm walking around right now looking for them everywhere. But no, I haven't.
See, boots on the ground.
Show us a live view, man.
Oh man, can I? Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely no drone sighted in that video. Right there.
Oh.
There we go. Nothing here.
We see black.
There it is.
Oh, we can see it's a black.
Oh, I see a little light. I
Some
see a
trees,
light.
maybe.
So, yeah, there's nothing really out tonight. But
Damn.
I live right next to the joint Air Force Base, McGuire. So, according to Alex Jones, that's where this whole thing is starting, and it's like advanced technology. And even if you capture it, there's no way you're going to decipher what it is anyway. So, this is where it's all starting.
But is that where, I mean, so you're in the hotbed of people saying they see it, though, right?
Yeah, right here in Central
Okay.
Jersey. Apparently, they're in Maryland and somewhere else tonight. But New York. I don't know why they picked New York and Maryland, but
I guess they realized New Jersey wasn't like anything
Well-
worthy to look at anymore.
I got to. Well, it was a friends at Dissident Media. They
Good people.
good people,
Good
really
people.
good people
On both
Okay.
sides.
Great people. But they posted over the Chesapeake Bay and video and with the radar, like the plane tracker, and it was off the radar. So, and there's been multiple. Our goofy ass lockdown governor, twice vax, maybe 3 times vax.
Oh, yeah.
governor. He even was like, from my house in Davidson, Maryland, I see drones. So we've been seeing them down here as well. I don't
Apparently
know.
Did you see the fact check on that?
It got
Where
fact checked.
Yeah, apparently those were just airplanes or something.
Yeah, I mean that's the other aspect too. It's like we live in there's fucking flights not to like Jared's Ring camera. It's like we live on a major flight path. BWI, the airport's not too far
Yeah, it's
from
right
where I live.
behind
And,
my house.
yeah, like
I mean,
it's
the
right
fact
by
that
your
people
house,
can't
Otto.
distinguish between helicopters and airplanes
well,
is
I will
retarded,
say
though.
so. Last night
Exactly.
we were walking my dog.
I mean,
and we
helicopters
always
are
hear-
really fucking loud when they're over your
Yeah.
house. Trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
BWI. So I live right outside Baltimore City and right next to the a few miles away with the Crow, away from the airport. So I'm constantly seeing helicopters and airplanes overhead. And we
Yeah.
were walking the dogs last night with the kids, and I saw a shooting star, and and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I was like, "Oh, it's just a shooting star." I was like,
It's
the other-
just a shooting star.
"Yeah, I know." I was like, that was my reaction.
Unimpressed.
Yeah, but there was like 15 different things up in the air of like all sorts of chemtrails and contrails.
The other aspect
I
too.
don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Dude, the other aspect too, it's like we're all pretty much like Gen X and borderline millennials. So
Borderline, dude. I'm solidly
I'm a millennial. I'm a
millennial.
We're solid. Well, okay. So
Were you born in
Who-
79? Or no, you were born in 80. You were born in 80. So okay.
Yeah.
80s
That-
right
so
at the
You're
cusp.
the last bit of
yeah,
Gen
but-
or Gen X.
how many people are looking down at their phones? They're not looking up at the sky. So now all of a sudden people are looking up and they don't know what the fuck they're looking at. It's like, I don't know what you know what I mean? They're
Whoa,
looking
there's
at their
cloud. What are these white things up there?
phone. Yeah,
These
it's a
fluffy
bleeding
things.
light. Yeah.
What's that yellow bright thing?
I love I think
What's that
Elon,
green thing on the ground?
right? Like Elon tweeted all these different planes. And he's like, New Jersey Guide to Drone Identification. It was all these different types of planes, and it's like drone.
Oh,
'Cause
the
it's like-
best video I saw this made me I was laughing out loud was someone posted that like everyone in New Jersey right now, and it was the scene from Goodfellas where,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
looking up, where he's Ray Liotta's looking
He's
up
all,
and
like,
he's got the helicopter following
Poked out
him.
of his mind.
like all coked out of his mind.
That's good. Because how many people actually, they've never paid any attention to like now all of a sudden they're looking to the skies, and they have no idea like what's up there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're so fucking insulated too. But I see your point with that. But this is now like every time the government says that there's aliens or they have new reports saying, well, we released this video, like, I'm like, okay, you're trying to hide something, and I don't believe you. Like, that's my instant. I think that should be everyone's.
They never say anything that's true. That we can just rest assured.
They only tell the truth when they're lying. Or
that's like a constant in the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, so fuck that. I'm not believing aliens. I've never believed in aliens more in my entire life than this moment. Just because the government came out and tried to admit to, like, maybe there is, we don't know. Like, okay, you're lying. You just don't want, you're like, fuck off. You're just trying to hide something. Which could be a new program.
And what they're trying to hide is probably some kind of pedophilia or some kind of genocide on behalf of Israel.
Speaking of which, I just
don't know what else they do, but that's most of it.
Apparently, the owner of Burger Cookies, you guys know those Baltimore. It's a Baltimore legend. They're awful. I don't like them, but they're like these cookies that are specially made. They're like extra chocolate fudge on them, whatever. Well, apparently the owner, I just saw before we went live, the owner was arrested for child pornography possession or something like that.
Oh no!
So enjoy your Burger Cookies, kids.
Damn.
Could be a frame
Pedo
job.
cookies.
Was he? I mean, maybe he was like just too powerful in the cookie
Yeah,
world.
Scott Ritter is the one. Yeah, I guess it was Scott Ritter's the owner of Burger Cookies.
They've tried to frame him four separate times. Right. They still haven't gotten
it.
Scott
I don't understand.
Oh no!
I don't understand.
So they have these news flashes on the radio everywhere here in Jersey. If you see it down not UFO, drone,
UAP,
you got to call the FBI immediately and all the authorities, and you got to stay 367 feet away. So
wait, what if you're 366 feet?
Then
what
happened?
happened?
Felon, my friend. You will join James Babb in
felonhood.
Yes, felonhood. Felonhood.
I mean, obviously,
where they come up with this random number? Like 300.
Yeah, I mean, if you see a crashed drone, they're going to crash, like it's going to land. If you see one of these drones, the last person you want to call, of course, is the FBI. Like, because what they're going to do is come out and they're gonna delete any evidence. They're going to shoot your dog. They're going to, forget about it. Like it's
just repurpose it for your own.
Take
purposes.
the drone. Yeah, enjoy it.
You might have a nice cup of coffee with them like Kyle, but other than that.
Yeah, did you see the video? The one old man got arrested. I guess he shot it out of the sky.
Nice.
So cops
was
came
that
out and they were asking him about it, and so he said, "Yeah, I shot it." So the cops arrested him. I was kind of upset when I listened to the video. I'm like, "Man, don't talk to cops." But
ugh.
Was that
the video that was going around?
So he confessed. He confessed to his crime, and then he got arrested for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, dummy.
Yep. I don't know if that's has that video been going around everywhere, or is that?
Yeah, there's a video of somebody shooting at a drone, but I'm not sure it's real.
Oh
Trying to find it.
I have not seen anything like that. If we do shoot at the drone, like, what the fuck? If it's over my property, I'm shooting it, dude. I got a shotgun. I got itchy. I got a whole bunch of
I mean, it's probably not safe to just be shooting into the sky, though. But
don't
Biden does. I was Joe Biden.
Don't admit your criminal intent at least wait till after hours.
My shotgun is at legal length, sir. I have not sawed it down like some eight. Apparently, there's another thing that came out too again today.
I hate to break it to you, but
coerce someone into sawing off, cutting down their shotgun. The guy, another federal agent, the guy got arrested.
The problem is the airspace belongs to the air belongs to the king, not to you.
Everything belongs to the king, dude. Everything.
You don't have any say over the airspace over your house. The king does, and the king says.
In reality, you're absolutely right.
Not you.
Yeah.
Jared, what are you looking up there? You're typing away.
I know. It's like
get away with it.
It's like how like in the movies where they're like, oh, I'm trying to defuse this bomb, and it's just like clicking away. Oh shit! I'm
just trying to find a video of people shooting at drones. I've got a loud keyboard.
I think the closest we can come is that meme of the rednecks throwing beer bottles at the drone.
All right, so this is fake recording. Here's the video, but it was community notes
Man, community notes for the win.
Right.
So here's the video, but the community note is this video was digitally altered, removing the voiceover and adding footage and audio of gunfire.
It's so funny.
But let's just watch it because
How
it's
does
entertaining.
community notes get so smart?
Why would you shoot through power lines? This is so fake. Immediately, I would know this is fake.
Yeah.
And you happen to have tracer rounds in your
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Who has
yeah,
tracer
exactly.
rounds? Oh, come on, man.
And also,
All right,
like,
I
the
gotta-
dots were, like, not... They were, like, moving. They were already, like... Anyways.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sick. I'm like cold sweating over here.
Sick of this shit.
No, I my kids got sick and I got. Apparently, she's got a book deal for $20 million.
Kamala?
Yeah, I
Good
was like,
for her.
my uncle sent me that, and he's a big MAGA guy. And
Yeah.
I was like, what? Who would
Healthy
actually
Holly?
read that book? You're right. I was like, who would actually read that book unless it's a cocktail recipe book, you know?
And it's just... Every recipe is just wine.
Yeah, just more wine.
Different kinds of wine.
Speaking of community notes for the win, I'm gonna put this in the chat here, Jared. And this is one of I don't know if this is no, it's clearly not one of Babs's representatives, but these are the fine people that represent us. And yeah, Scott Horton retweeted this, or not retweeted, but quote tweeted: "The people who rule you are beneath you." So this was a tweet by Senator Doug Mastriano, and he was running for governor. Was he, Babs, maybe fill me in, wasn't he running for governor against Shapiro like 2 years ago in Pennsylvania?
I don't pay any attention to that garbage, so I have no idea.
Well, anyways, look at this shit. Look what he tweets out.
It is inconceivable that the federal government has no answers nor has taken any action to get to the bottom of the unidentified drones. The fecklessness of this administration was on display last year when a Chinese surveillance balloon was allowed to fly over the entire continental United States before being shot down. Wasn't it proven that it wasn't Chinese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Such should be viewed as a threat to our nation and citizens, and action is long overdue. We have recourses and assets in our arsenal to get answers, but I suppose Ukraine is more important to the White House. January 20th can't come soon enough.
So scroll down here. So he retweets. He quotes this picture. Breaking news: crash drone in orange water. Take it to exclude. Okay, for those listening, it's literally a replica of an X fighter on a tow truck.
TIE
on a
fighter.
rollback.
Yeah,
a TIE fighter.
fighter.
Yeah, sorry, not an X, but a TIE fighter.
That is
Star
so
Wars nerd.
funny.
But
It's an X-wing, not an X-fighter.
Wait,
X-wing.
you
Yeah,
think he was playing along with the joke, obviously. He didn't really
He
think
had-
that was a down.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
He's
because look
just
what he posted right there. Yeah.
you guys
so
hilarious.
maybe
Looks like
not.
it was pilot after all, and not the drone you were looking for. Yeah,
Okay, so maybe
Okay.
he was,
All right,
but
that's
it was
funny
fun.
then.
I think the
That's
whole
funny.
thing was a joke,
I
dude.
got trolled.
Okay.
I got trolled because he was like, "These people are beneath you," and it's like, man, just scroll through here. It's probably a joke, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny.
I'm
Anyway,
glad to see people having fun with it.
yeah,
I still like the Iranian drone mothership off the coast of New Jersey theory.
Yeah,
Sounds legit, totally legit, right?
the fact that the guy's a U.S. congressman and he's just running with that. I mean, it's just like, what weapons lobby is writing your script? You know, like, who's writing this material? There's a mothership. Like, come on now. Like, what the fuck? I think I'm kind of with I'm pretty much with Otto's theory that this is just, even though I'm like, go into conspiracy theory to, all night long. But I think this is the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018. This was like random. I think I put it in the Mises chat in Maryland. And this was off of Reddit, but it expires on December 20th. So literally, what tomorrow? Friday, tomorrow
You sure?
of the year. So the
Thursday.
federal government is literally using terrorism psyop against you to manipulate Congress into passing a new H.R. 8610, Counter UAS Authority, Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act of 2024, which will include appropriations and enhance government powers to control you. And they're even going to go as far to use it to push for acts of war against other countries. The reason daily life is so fucked up right now is directly related to the Smith-Mundt Act being repealed in 2013. Now, 2013, that was buried in the NDAA, which basically allowed that act prohibited the government from broadcasting propaganda to us. It could broadcast propaganda out to foreign adversaries and foreign countries, but not inward. And that was during the Obama years. And since 2014, look at the amount of propaganda we've been subjected to by our mainstream media, we've always had been, but it is getting out of fucking control. And then, so we had one of the individuals in Maryland in our Mises chat, and they went line by. It's a huge bill, but House Resolution 8610, more or less, what it does is it's going to create more restrictions. It's going to eliminate like the use of Chinese drones. So any of us here that purchases Chinese drones or wants to use them for anything, nope, can't. You got to buy U.S. drones that
CIA approved drones only.
Exactly.
Yeah, they got to make sure it has those Israeli bombs in it, just in case if you step out of line.
They got to be
FAA the wrong place.
You got to get license, registrations, etc. The other aspect, what it will do is, have you noticed in a lot of the mainstream media, and Dan, have you noticed this in New Jersey, probably in your local reporting and maybe your governor, and I saw the governor of New York coming out and saying, we can't do anything about these drones because FAA regulations. We need local control and local authority to take care of this. So what it will do is militarize the police even more. So if you're flying your drone, I'm just flying it in the park. Next thing you know, like, hey.
Now the NYPD needs an Air Force. Okay?
Exactly. Now they need helicopters with Hellfire missiles. Now they need Predator drones.
Who's sunbathing. God.
Yeah.
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 I'm sure we can trust them.
I'm kind of going with that theory. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so much at play here. I don't think there's one definition. I think it means multiple things to multiple people, and it's the government, so everyone has their hands in something. So it's never just one reason. It's never just like, oh, it's this. It's like some people. That's why it gets to the level where it gets passed, because people are like, okay, yeah, I want to see this for this, and I want to see this because of that. And it's like, okay, yeah. So we'll approve.
Everybody gets on the bandwagon. Next thing you know, they're like, okay, so here's my mega conspiracy, like kind of a snowball of conspiracies. Okay, number one, nuclear materials were lost, and maybe there's still a good guy in the government, and he wants to find this nuclear material before it causes harm. Theoretically, okay, sounds sketchy, but okay, it's on the table. It's a possibility.
The few good apples.
More likely, it's like, hey, let's get everybody scared about a nuclear attack, and then we can, then we can give them the dirty bomb attack, and then we can blame it on Iran, and then we can give the war that Israel has paid Trump for. Okay, great. So that's part of it. Then they're like, well, what if we just want to outlaw drones and get people and make sure that we're the only ones with drones, and that the little people don't get this technology because it is too powerful. You could put little bombs in there. You can do surveillance. This is the kind of thing that mere mundanes shall not be allowed to have, right? Like swords, crossbows, right? Like encryption. This shit is like
I used to buy from the flea market when I was a teenager.
Somebody, gunpowder. Like, no, the mundane shall not, right? This is for us, the ruling class. And drones are very powerful, especially with these new. Like, have you seen these displays? Mostly from Asia, I think, where they take like 1,000 drones and they do these 3D formations in the air with lights.
Well, that's communism. That's what it is.
Yeah. Now imagine though, you take that technology and then you combine it with like Israeli ruthlessness, and you put little bombs in every one, and like what kind of damage you could do with a formation like that.
That's what they're doing. I mean, that's what they're doing in Ukraine. It's fucking awful when you see these videos of like Russian soldiers and Ukrainian, and they're just like doing this trench World War I style trench warfare, and they have these weaponized drones where they're literally. You see these videos, and you don't see
not
the mainstream
U.S. Army drones, but
No, just like literally
improvised
something
shit
with a
that can, like,
grenade.
drop a bomb on a soldier in
Yeah.
a bunker and blow them up.
It's so fucking awful. And then the other, so Babs, to your point, this is so true. I think what they're doing is they're pivoting. This is another layer of what this is all coming about. And Jared, I think I dropped it down in here. It's basically mainstream media drone clip, the China threat. So this was on CNN, NBC, the Money Channel. It's the No Agenda calls her the Money Honey. It's Bartolo Romo, that one guest. She's got the big tatas. But anyways, she's interviewing this guy who's got a book out, and he's just talking about that. Oh, this is China, and their drone technology is so far advanced, and this is a potential threat on U.S. soil, and they're basically like hyping up the China threat. So it's like this is what the mainstream media is running with. Okay, so there's so many different levels, and this is probably it. We're probably pivoting. Ukraine's going to come to an end. So the military-industrial complex is basically like, all right, we got to shift to China. China.
It certainly is communist China for many of these drones, maybe even a majority of them. The increased tempo of these drone flights against our military bases is occurring at the same time as there's increased frequency of incursions and attempted incursions of these bases by.
But that he's got like Chinese characters in the back.
right.
Yeah, I'm sorry your grandfather was cleansed in the Great Purge, but that doesn't mean you have to come here and advocate for nuclear war against China.
This is Fox
Chinese
business,
and other nationals. Really, what is occurring here is that they are preparing to attack the United States from American soil. I don't know why we need an engraved invitation from Beijing. It's clear what's going to happen. We are going to get hit, and we're not taking the necessary precautions to protect these bases and to protect the American people.
Yeah, look at all those countries China has hit already.
Yeah.
I know.
No one's taking this shit seriously, though.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe,
guys, you want to hear? Look at this. So, you want to know who one of the top donors is to the Gatestone Institute? John Bolton.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
The fuck? Come on, dude. This is such bullshit. Like, come on now. You fucking neocon. All I did was one. John Bolton is okay. Oh, it was found. Okay, listen to this. It was founded in 2012 by Nina Rosenwald, who serves as its president, and John Bolton.
Yeah.
Come on.
The CEO of an insurance company is not the enemy.
Fuck
John
you.
Bolton, well, you know what? Like he's doing a lot more damage.
Whenever you hear someone called China communist, just they're influenced by neocon. They're influenced by some type of warhawk neocon, because China is just it's like the end result of what Canada, Great Britain, and the United States wants to be. Like that's it.
Right? They can't say China without calling it communist China. Right, like what? We don't say like communist California every time that comes up.
Well, we do.
Right?
We should.
Communist Canada, or like totalitarian UK. I mean, what are we supposed to talk? Should every country get a prefix, get a descriptive adjective? And what would the United States? What would they say for the United States? Right, like oligarchy, United States.
Oh, well, apparently now because Elon Musk is the devil because he wants to cut government spending. So, yes, he's an oligarch. Whatever.
Why doesn't he start with his own contract for spy satellites?
Because that's not how the game works, James.
Oh, hey, speaking of, I just saw a SpaceX launch from Cape Canaveral.
Really?
Oh, wow. How was that?
Person. It was very cool. It was awesome.
Did it pierce through the firmament?
It lodged itself in the firmament and distributed its SpaceX satellites.
Oh fuck!
It was very cool. We were in Titusville, Florida. We went over to the Kennedy Space Center. Now, I'm pretty sure this is. Did you guys watch? You guys are a little young for I Dream of Jeannie, right?
Oh, I remember Dick Sargent and
Okay.
Dick. What's his face?
Dick Sargent.
Yeah, Dick
Barbara
Sargent. and
Eden.
Damn it! What was the other
I think
Dick?
this
There
is
was
where
two
the show took place,
Van Dyke?
right? Like Cocoa Beach,
Oh.
and anyway, it's a spectacular area. Highly recommended this area. But we went out and we saw that they got the space shuttle Atlantis on board there. They got all these like rockets. They've got a SpaceX Falcon 9. They've got all the I don't know, like a lot of vintage.
Dick York. There we go.
This
Sorry.
place it's cool. It's kind of like the Kennedy
Good old
Space
Dick
Center.
York.
First of all, it's kind of weird that it's named after John F. Kennedy, right? Like the deep state murdered him, but like this whole thing is like brought to you by Boeing and the whole like all the military contractors. So imagine like a military contractors sort of trade show combined with a theme park. And it's great. It's super cool. But the fact that it's named after the guy they murdered,
Right.
you know, for opposing them, I think that's just
Well,
that shows you that the level of depravity and their sick sense of humor.
Well, I mean, look at every single city has an MLK Boulevard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like that.
Some have a Malcolm X Boulevard. You know, they have
I'm
a
sure
little.
I want to live on Malcolm X Boulevard. I'm sure I'd be very welcome at every Malcolm X Boulevard in the United States.
Yeah. So
But
MLK Boulevard in
apparently there's a
Baltimore.
Dassing where I'm from in Newark, New Jersey. There's a Dassing Avenue, and apparently that's in the hood. So
Nice. We should reclaim it.
I want to go there. I want to go there so bad. Just go back and take a
Do
picture
it.
with the sign because my family's literally from there. Like that's where they settled. They own businesses.
Where is it?
And literally in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh man. Oh,
Where did your family arrive from?
Bergstadt, Germany, and they came over in the 1840s. On my dad's side, so that's in Bavaria. So, yeah, I did the whole research. I did the nerd dive. This is like a new autism. Like this is like every single time someone mentions
well,
someone
we
in my
need a
family,
new banner.
I go to my
We need a new
I go to
banner.
my ancestry.com app and I look at like, okay, that was his brother. Every single time my mom talks to me about somebody, like we had someone my brother went up with my mom for a funeral in Belmar in Jersey. And I was like, "Ooh, how am I related to this guy who just died?" He's like my dad's second cousin or something. So I went, of course, like my autism goes into full gear, and I was like, "Let me pull out the family tree." So family treatism, I guess, is a new.
I think you need to go to Germany and explore your roots.
I would love. I did. I went to the Bavarian Alps once, and that was in Garmisch, town called Garmisch, and it Otto's family treatism. So it's funny. This just shows you. This is where I realized I was only a teenager. This is right. Like this is one of the things I go back to where I get kind of like, I get red pilled from this. I look back. It's one of I connected the dots. I went to the most remote fucking place I've ever been to in the world. It felt like I was in another. I felt like I was another planet. I went to this remote village in the Bavarian Alps Bavarian Alps on the Swedish border. And it was a blizzard. We couldn't see for like 2 days. We couldn't even leave the house because it was so incredibly caked in. All you could see was mountains around you in this little town at the bottom of the hill. And we go down this little medieval town at the bottom of the hill, and right fucking there is a United States military base. I'm like,
Naturally,
like,
of course there is.
of course.
So
I remember
now, Otto, it's true. You were named after Otto von Bismarck, right?
No, I was not named after Otto.
The Iron Chancellor.
No. Well,
family tie
maybe
there?
because I get the name Otto from my great grandfather, great great grandfather. So yeah, he was.
Isn't Otto von Bismarck the one that like invented our social security structure? Like,
No,
no, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think it's true that Otto von
All right, let's go to the
Bismarck's
docs.
photo is honored by the Social Security Administration.
Otto von Bismarck. Are you for real? Like they actually have this picture up?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Social Security. All right, I'm looking up Otto von Bismarck Social Security. Otto von Bismarck, Germany's chancellor from 1862 to 1890. He oversaw the Second German Empire. Designed the world's first comprehensive social insurance program. Fuck! You're right. James was right. Damn. Oh, but here we go. So Bismarck's program was intended to promote worker well-being, keep the German economy efficient, avoid more radical socialist alternatives. Okay. And build German morale and present the country as strong and united. Oh, that ended well.
Basically, like, I wonder how did that work out? I don't know. But like, here's literally a page. I don't know if you can see this from the Social Security Administration, featuring.
Shit.
There he is.
Oh, damn.
Otto's name, like Otto's
right?
namesake. There he is.
Damn.
Otto's a very common name in Germany. Okay. Damn, that's hilarious.
We saw a lot of military stuff down in Florida. Went down to Key West. Of course, there's a military base down in Key West, and like we saw this, like they had this, like there's this whole area that's like fenced off. Or like, what is that? And we looked it up. It's like, oh, like VIP guest quarters for the federal government. They have like a special. I don't know what I assume it's some kind of pedophilia, but I don't know what. Like exactly they're doing there, but we saw like this tethered radar drone that like just keeps an eye on the airspace and like I guess watches for Cubans coming over in rafts.
Hey, get out! You got to deflate that raft. Got to send them back.
Crazy. All right. I decided that Florida might not be the place to ride out World War III. There's
holy shit! Listen to this. The Department of Defense confirms that there are more than 320 military bases in the United States alone, and the DoD also manages over 4,790 military sites worldwide, which covers 27 million acres, roughly the size of Virginia.
Don't worry, Doge is on the case, and I'm sure we're going to be hearing a list of bases being shut down. From Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon any moment.
They're not going after the empire, James. They're not going after the empire. Only the little things inside. Like,
whoa,
shit.
Dan's out there. He's still looking for drones.
Was that a drone?
Was that a drone?
No, that was a cop just went like 100 miles an hour by me on a side road for no reason.
Shit, maybe he's going to a drone.
He might be. Did you tell him to stay within 367 feet if there's a down drone?
You know,
he needs PPE if he goes near it.
Yeah.
If you listen to New Jersey 1015 all day long, that's all people talk about on this radio station about these drones and 367 feet, I think it is, and you have to call the FBI immediately. And I was actually thinking to myself, like, who actually has the FBI's number in their cell phone?
Well, I mean, wait, you don't have it on speed dial? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me Google FBI.
You're not going to call. You don't have your handler's number, Dan?
You can Google Patriot Front.
Yeah. Apparently they closed
did you
down.
hear
Yeah, you don't have Mike Epps' number?
Did you hear those guys are going to quit now? Quit
Ray
now.
Epps?
That Ray,
Omar.
whoever the director of the FBI is right now, he quit.
Yeah.
Or he's resigning.
Right.
And apparently Patriot Front, because he's resigning, is no longer they're no longer doing whatever they do. So
they're no longer fronting for Patriots.
yeah,
No.
exactly. I think we should
we
should
probably
take this to the after hours
time.
and get some
Man,
deep in the
Look at
dock.
the time.
Yeah.
dude, this flew by.
Okay,
man.
I've got the number.
That's what happened. Oh, here we go. What number? Do you want to read it out loud?
Oh, Babs froze up. What's the number? We're waiting for the number.
You're leaving us in suspense.
Sorry, I had a Starlink glitch. 1-800-CALL FBI or online at tips.fbi.gov. So I would say if
Just
you
a
see
tip.
anything like blinking in the sky, you need to call that number immediately.
We should flood them.
Wait a minute.
But
you're
call them on
going
a
against your
but
number
call
one
them on a
rule.
burner phone.
Yeah.
Did you hear a noise outside the house? Call them. You know, like just don't even wait.
All right. Well, dude, this has been great, man. We haven't had a podcast in a while, and I guess this is what happens. I get a few of my autistic rants in, and here we are at an hour and 9 minutes. 1-800-CALL FBI. There you go. All right. Well, Dan, thanks for being our man on the ground, and it's great talking to you.
Yeah.
Anything coming up with the LP in New Jersey? You get to any events coming up?
At the moment, it seems like the big focus is seeing if Roger and Ross and
Yes.
Ian and whoever gets a pardon, So, and I guess with Roger, it would have to be a preemptive pardon, because he hasn't actually officially been charged with anything yet.
All right.
Even though he's facing 109 years. So, as far as New Jersey goes, I guess we're kind of just in that limbo mode too, waiting to see what's going on. So,
all right. Well, cool. Well, yeah, man. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we're gonna go take this on over to our after hours where Brandon's very excited. He says we'll get to come in the overflow room.
I'm gonna come in the overflow room.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. Yes.
Yeah, and
So,
Dan's gonna keep his eye on the sky just in case. Within, who knows?
Yeah, Dan, keep your eye on the sky, and please take some videos, send it to us if anything strange happens.
And come back for the overflow room. Come back for the overflow room.
Right,
definitely.
right.
Just hang out.
So-
It's gonna turn into the overflow room.
This will, yes. It's like
I just noticed the scroller at the bottom.
It's like those restaurants, that like after a certain time they just clear out the floor and they turn it into, and the DJ comes in and it just turns into a nightclub. That's kind of what we do here on the Punk Rock Libertarians podcast. So we're clearing out the tables and we're about to put out the line on the floor. There we go. Also, the president can come on the floor. So yeah. Anyway, so if you want to join us in coming to the overflow room, sign up for our Patreon. For as little as $3 a month, you get access to the After Hours podcast, which we're going to record right after this. We'll even send you a link. You guys can listen live, comment, and ask questions. And you also get access to the back catalog of all of our After Hours podcasts we've done as well. So, think about it. Go to patreon.com. And if you don't like Patreon, there's other ways to donate to the show at prlfans.com. Bitcoin's over 100,000, so please send us some Bitcoin. Buy some. Send it to us. We would greatly appreciate it. And we also have t-shirts for sale over at libertariancountry.com. If you use the code PRL or PRL Podcast, you get a 10% discount. And if you use the code PRL2 and spend $50 or more, you'll get a 20% discount. So until next time, everybody, live free
Or die.